and they jump away with 3.5 miles furlong to cover, approaching the first fence. They've got 2 circuits of the course this time. Bramble Hill Duke is the first to rise in the light blue jacket. Wide is Maximise, and the dark blue Ad Hoc is third. And then in black and white hoops, Fox Chapel King go ballistic towards the inside with Southern Star in a white cap is no good, and Jeddah. Cercy out wide in an orange jacket is Historg, with Royal Eau Claire in midfield as they jump the second fence. Maximise and Bramble Hill Duke took it together. The last to land was the Bunny Boiler, and Carberry Cross is in the rear in the early stages, along with Satchmo and Fatal Care. You'll Never Walk Alone is also being held up towards the rear. Downhill to the third, Maximise and Bramble Hill Duke. Bramble Hill Duke on the near side of Maximise, with Royal Eau Claire jumping up in the noseband in third place. Ad Hoc very much on trial for the Grand National here in fourth. Southern Star and Go Ballistic towards the inside, followed by Is No Good and Fox Chapel King. Joss Naylor is in the midfield towards the inside at the moment as they clear the water. Carberry Cross is the back marker. Bit of a jumping test now. This is an open ditch, a big one too. Bramble Hill Duke from Maximise. Royal Eau Claire is wide. Then Ad Hoc, a mistake. It looked like Fox Chapel King might have gone at that. Fox Chapel King was the faller. Didn't get nearly high enough, hit the top of the fence very hard. The rider jolted away. Meanwhile, they're over another plain fence, and still Carberry Cross in the rear with the Bunny Boiler. David Casey's up on his feet all right after that tumble, making the top turn towards another open ditch now, and it's Bramble Hill Duke that leads the way to Royal Eau Claire. Maximise and Ad Hoc, and then Is No Good behind these. As No Good is down there. Tom Scudamore on the chance ride. Tony McCoy feeling under the weather, and Tom Scudamore's probably not feeling too great now after Is No Good's tumble there. Bramble Hill Duke leads the way at the top of the hill, followed by Royal Eau Claire and Maximise. Ad Hoc with a very good pitch on the inside. White sleeve jacket. There is Tom Scudamore. Doesn't look great at the moment, a bit dazed. Southern Star towards the right in the white sleeve jacket, the green and yellow quartered colours. Joss Naylor's going nicely in the black and white jacket. Then Go Ballistic, the orange of Historg. White-faced Haut is not too far behind as they jump the next. Jeddah's rather wide. And then towards the back, Satchmo with Fatal Care and the Bunny Boiler. And Carberry Cross is having another of his sulky days. He's in last place. On to the next plain fence. The loose horse precedes Bramble Hill Duke and could just get in the way a little bit as they run towards the turn, having nearly completed a circuit. Bramble Hill Duke, Royal Eau Claire and Maximise. Ad Hoc cutting every corner under Ruby Walsh, looking for a double after his Arca win on a Zertiop. Followed through by Southern Star on the inside. Joss Naylor moves through into a disputing 5th or 6th place. And then behind these, Historg, Folie Plaisante towards the inside. Haut Cercy wide, You'll Never Walk Alone, Fatal Care. Then Satchmo, Jeddah, the Bunny Boiler, and Old Go Ballistic's under pressure on his 9th festival appearance. He's last but one with only Carberry Cross behind, and Carberry's being pulled up. Going to the next plain fence now, with just under a circuit to go. Royal Eau Claire joins Bramble Hill Duke. Maximise and Ad Hoc are third and fourth, followed by Southern Star and Joss Naylor. Historg and Haut Cercy. Next is Satchmo wide of You'll Never Walk Alone, followed by Fatal Care, Jeddah, then Folie Plaisante and the Bunny Boiler, and Go Ballistic has been pulled up. Down towards the next. Royal Eau Claire takes over here, but makes a bit of a meal of that fence. Lucky to get to the other side. Maximise on the outside, a much sounder jumper. They go towards the next, which is the water jump. Royal Eau Claire, Maximise, Bramble Hill Duke, Ad Hoc, Southern Star the inside. Jeddah's gone right round the houses under Thierry Dumem, but is handy. Yellow jacket as they run towards the next. And clearing this open ditch, they're all safely over that. And it's Royal Eau Claire kicking on in front here. Roddy Green for Martin Pipe. Bramble Hill Duke and Maximise second and third. Ad Hoc still there on the inside where he's been parked throughout. Haut Cercy's going nicely. The lightly weighted Haut Cercy as they run towards the left-hand turn going uphill. Chasing the leader still is Historg. You'll Never Walk Alone makes a bit of headway. Southern Star on the inside. Joss Naylor's still there, jumping this open ditch. Royal Eau Claire, mistake by Ad Hoc at that. It's Rollo clear from Maximise. Bramble Hill Duke, Haut, Cercy dangerous. Then Historg, Ad Hoc, You'll Never Walk Alone. Joss Naylor just trying to hold his position in behind the leaders, chasing them. Southern Stars under pressure. A gap then to Fatal Care, followed by Satchmo. Jeddah's dropped away. Folie Plaisante disappointing. And then the Bunny Boiler, who's always been finding this too quick. Down the hill then, 3 fences to jump. Historg in the orange jacket comes to challenge Rollo clear, but waiting in the wings, You'll Never Walk Alone wide of Haut Cercy. Ad Hoc the inside, Maximise. Joss Naylor struggling to muster the speed, then Bramble Hill Duke and Southern Star, and the others are well beaten off. They go towards the second last, the white face of Haut Cercy between horses. Rollo clear on the right, on the left Historg. You'll Never Walk Alone with every chance for JP. Rollo clear was biting at the grass on landing there and is a beaten horse now. They run round the final turn with 1 fence to jump. It's Haut Cercy tackled by You'll Never Walk Alone. Historg is third. Ad Hoc is rallying in fourth. They've kicked away from Maximise and Rollo clear racing for the final fence. You'll Never Walk Alone stalking Haut Cercy. Here's the last. Haut Cercy picks up just ahead. You'll Never Walk Alone. What will he find up the hill? Ad Hoc is third, then Historg. Now we've got a close finish on the first day. Haut Cercy on the far side. You'll Never Walk Alone on the near side. They go head to head, toe to toe. You'll Never Walk Alone for JP McManus. Sticks his head in front to win it from Haut Cercy in second. Ad Hoc, a good Grand National trial in third. 4 then Maximise, followed home by Satchmo, rather Jeddah in fifth. Then Historg and Bramble Hill Duke and Southern Star, the Bunny Boiler, Rollo clear, Joss Naylor, then Satchmo, Folie Plaisante, and finally Fatal Care. Lovely ride here by Barry Geraghty on You'll Never Walk Alone for JP McManus, festival regular. A couple of disappointments earlier in the day, but now in the winner's enclosure. Christy Roach, the winning trainer here, You'll Never Walk Alone, has won 3 of his 4 starts this season. He's basically a progressive type. He was third in the Supreme Novices hurdle at this meeting a couple of years ago, and a disappointment in the Arkle last time. But he's grown up a lot, this horse. He didn't always finish too strongly. He had to fight today, and he pulled it out when it mattered.
Third favourite, it was 8 to 1, 7, 13 to 2 and 6 to the opposite this morning. It did touch 8 and 8.5 on the course, returned with 7 to 1. Clear third favourite, You'll Never Walk Alone. And beats Haut Cercy 8-10 to 1 chance. Ad Hoc was third, the 5 to 1 joint favourite, with Maximise fourth at 20 to 1. Joss Naylor was the other 5 to 1 joint favourite, and You'll Never Walk Alone gives Ireland their 6th win in this race. Arkloin was the last to do it in 66. You'll Never Walk Alone 7 to 1 for Barry Geraghty.
Well, we're just saying, given a lovely ride by Barry Geraghty, comes on and off the bridle a little bit, this horse. Ran in the 2 Mile Novice a couple of years ago. He's been slowly finding his feet over fences, and sometimes you think, well, maybe he's not totally resolute, but there was no doubt in his battling qualities this afternoon. It was a long old slog up that hill, the tightest finish we've seen so far, and just holding Haut Cercy in the last 150 yards. But he jumped, there was 1 fence over on the far side, the last ditch on the far side. He needed a really good jump to keep him back in the race. He was just beginning to come off the bridle, and he really put his heart into it, and that was the making of it. Came back on the bridle,